It's Sweetie C, your Sweetie C with lots of love. What's up? How you doing today? I like to say what's up to all my no Wahalas and all my new Wahalas. My new no Wahalas. If you don't know what no Wahala means, it means we have no problems over here. We just state our opinions and we keep it moving. So today we will be discussing, and I say we, Crystal and I. Hey, Crystal.
What's up? What's up?
We will be discussing the conversation regarding Monique's, I call it a public service announcement regarding Black women wearing bonnets out in public. So, I encourage you to chime in on your thoughts about the situation. But first, Crystal, how do you feel about that? Do you think we should be out wearing bonnets or wearing pajamas out in public?
Me personally, I don't care what people are wearing as long as they are not harming themselves or more importantly harming me or the people I love. So I don't care what you wear because me personally, shoot, I'll go out. I don't wear bonnets necessarily, but I do wear do-rags and I wear pajamas to make the store run. So I mean, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, I don't care what you wearing.
So you think it's okay to be dressed any kind of way?
As long as you have some clothes on, as long as you're not out in your birthday suit, I mean, what harm are you doing?
First of all, let me say this.
Well,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
first of all, let me say this. I think Monique was not coming from the way she made her announcement. She said to all her darlings, and she just talking to us as her auntie. You know what I'm saying? So I think she just opened up the conversation, but I really don't think it was a conversation that needed to be opened up.
I'll just say it depends on the occasion. Like you going to the
Okay.
store, going to the airport, something that's minimum like that. I don't see what the big deal is. Now, if you going to, let's say, an interview for a job, then of course that's inappropriate if you want the job. Now, if you don't want the job, then sure, show up like that. But
Well, she was saying you shouldn't come outside your home with bonnets on, but I think in our
like,
culture, a lot of Black women get their hair done, and we don't just want it to be messed up because we're trying to go from A to B. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or it could be, you're in the middle of getting your hair done, and let's say you have a conditioner on your head, you need to leave on your head for 10 minutes, but you need to go to the store real quick, and you know what I'm saying? You're trying to
mm-hmm,
multitask, so you just
mm-hmm.
go to the store, pick up what you need to pick up, and go home. But I don't think that should be any. I just want to make sure no one like tries to address anybody for just having a bonnet on or some pajamas. And there's really some nice looking pajamas out there
There are.
that people wear that are decent. It reminds me of jogging pants or a jogging suit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, as long as you're clothed, you know what I'm saying? And especially in the airport, we're talking about COVID-19. We're still going through COVID-19. So with that being said, I don't see why there would be an issue with anybody being covered up if you're trying to keep from passing on some type of uh, virus or whatever.
Well, I mean, I was dressed from head to toe before COVID hit, especially at the airport, because there's too many chemical diseases going around. You don't know what people have. And so I've always done that for the airport pre-COVID. But I just wanted to say real quick back to the whenever you step outside your house, because I know some people feel like even if you just going to your mailbox or to get the newspaper out your yard, you should be looking presentable. And I just feel like that's a bit too much. And you literally just going outside for like all of 10 seconds. Yeah. But I do know there are some people that feel like whenever you step foot, period, outside your door, you should be presentable. And I just think that's a bit of an overkill. My opinion.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I do feel like that is more of a older generation perspective.
It's starting to be a new.
And I guess it could be a new generation perspective that you should go outside your house looking top notch from head to toe. But what if another time you could be working like a long shift and you have to catch a flight real quick and you just want to be comfortable. You don't want to have no heels on. You know what I'm saying? My thing would be, in my suggestion of the PSA Monique should have been about wearing flip-flops with no socks on at the airport, because I feel like that could be a health concern. And that's the only reason why I say people should wear at least socks with their flip-flops on, with their flip-flops at the airport versus no socks and just flip-flops. Because I was at the airport recently, and I see a lot of people, when they tell you we go through TSA and you have to take off your shoes, your feet are barefooted on the same equipment that the next person has to put their foot on.
And TSA is not wiping the thing per each person going through. And feet fungus is real. People have sweaty feet. People don't wash their feet. And, people have all type of different looking things on the bottom of it. It's just too much with feet to not have on some socks.
At least.
Yes, at least some socks. Because, I go through TSA with not flip-flops, but with slides on. But you best believe there's some socks on my feet. Because there is some nasty looking feet in this world. I don't know what people looking like. They don't walk through bricks and mud and pee and boo-boo. And they don't wash their feet. And so you could be behind that person, and then next thing you know, here go your feet, gonna be stepping in that same pee, boo-boo, blood, whatever that they done been in. Cause absolutely not.
That would be that's something I would suggest for her to do a PSA about. So if you were to present Monique with a suggestion to actually a suggestion to do a PSA about, what would you suggest? What are some concerns? What are concerns you actually see? Versus, to me, I just don't feel like it's an issue with bonnets and pajamas at the airport. Again,
because you want to be comfortable, especially depending on the length of your flight. You want to be comfortable.
And it could be cold sometimes on those flights. So it's like a lot of people tend to just dress for the occasion because they have blankets, they have like long sleeve. A lot of times your pajamas has a little bit more cotton than an actual regular t-shirt. So it really just depends on you as an individual. But I never really just looked at somebody like, oh, I guess I could have looked at someone like, huh. But it's not like, oh my God, you need to be dressed up. Especially, again, we're in a pandemic. We're not even out the pandemic. To me, like, again, I was, and I keep saying that again, but I was recently on a flight. And I had my hair covered up. I just got my hair done. I didn't want my hair to be out on that seat on the plane. And I don't know if they clean after each trip on the plane.
They don't.
So I don't want my hair just be touching the headrest without a covering on it.
And me personally, I would rather see a person in pajamas than seeing people in what I like to call bra and panties, which is these little itty bitty shorts that barely cover your behind. And if you bend over, you can see the crack of your behind. And then these little shirts that look like bras, because I see lots of that. And I'd rather you be fully covered in some pajamas than out here with panties on, letting your little juices seep through on the seats, because that's just nasty. So that's what a PSA should be about as well. At least put some clothes on. At least have some shorts on. Like when you was in school and you had to hold your arms down and have to be to the length of your fingertips instead of these panties, because that's nasty. That's more important than some bonnet and pajamas, because that's a health hazard as well. You don't know what juices is flowing through. And then, of course, some seats is not clean. And then here come the next person. No, that's what a PSA should be about. Put some clothes on. If it be pajamas or what. It's better than walking around with your panties on. That's just unsanitary.
Yeah, I just think she's coming from a perspective of, you know, you may have time to get up in the morning or in the afternoon, whatever time your flight is, to put on some nice attire. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you necessarily have to. I don't know. I just don't see what the
When it comes to the airport
issue is with.
I don't see the big deal. Me personally, because unless you have a business trip, then yeah, you know, you're gonna be looking presentable. Because I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have time to go and change once you get off the plane. But if you're going for like leisure, then I don't see the big issue.
Yeah, you want to be comfortable, so when you get to wherever you get to, you ready to take the outfit, pajamas off, get in that shower, get yourself together right. You got you a full-fledged mirror. You know what I'm saying? It just, you'll be more fresher, in my opinion, once you get to your location to dress up. But yeah, I mean, and then like once again, I'll say it, like pajamas can be more presentable than some of the attire that I've seen.
Pajamas is more presentable than panties and a bra.
So that's just our thoughts about it, just real quick. That's our thoughts. But yeah, so that would be my PSA would have been about flip flops. Your PSA would have been about
just put some clothes on.
Put some clothes on. So you out there, what is your PSA? What do you think the PSA should have been about? Because like I heard, let me just say I heard what did I say I was listening to? Who talks about Bonnet Chronicles?
Tony Ramone. Is that her name? The one from Basketball
Wives. Yeah. I hate everybody. Anyway. Tammy, that's what it is. I was listening to her perspective, and I have to agree with her. No shade to Monique, but with this situation, I have to respectfully disagree as far as, is it a big issue? But as she was saying, she doesn't go out with her bonnet on, but you know, her daughter does. Because like I said, no one wants to, if you're in the middle of doing something and you got to make a run, you just got to make a run. You shouldn't be disturbing nobody because they got a bonnet on. They got their head covered. Why are you worried about what's on the people's head anyway?
And then especially for, you know, us African-American women, you know, a lot of, if you go out into the humidity, you done spent 5 hours and $500 on your hair. And in the moment you go out to the humidity, it's like, poof, it pops up into an afro. You know, you don't want to mess that up because you might have an event. So, you know, you just throw a bonnet on it just to preserve, you know, your hairstyle for an event that you have to go to. So.
But she definitely got the discussion popping out here in these streets.
Yeah, because some people I was in band with talking about, can we look more presentable? And I had a craft sister that said, well, once again, white supremacy wins. So.
What? What does that got to do with anything?
Because you got to feel like we have to look presentable for how white society sees us as presentable.
But I don't think this is a white supremacy conversation. This is Monique giving her perspective of things.
Yeah, that was my craft sister giving her perspective of things.
Well, I don't understand. I don't understand how that relates to white supremacy. Now, this is Monique's perspective, and we're just, as a Black community, we're just responding to Monique. And a lot of people aren't doing it in a disrespectful way. They're just saying that they have to disagree on this topic. Monique, we love you, but we're gonna have to respectfully disagree with you. Period. Like, to me, it's like a conversation amongst within the community that's out loud in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? That's where everyone can see what's going on. But I don't throw white supremacy in this, because I don't personally put white supremacy. I just think it's from her perspective. Monique, a Black woman, which a lot of older women in that generation feels the same way. And here's something she said. She said she even gave a thinly veiled warning saying, if I see you in the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on, and you got slippers on and you looking like what the F, auntie gonna tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show what you're worth. Show what you're worth. And I disagree with you feeling like you can tap somebody on their shoulder and
because who's to say they're not worth anything because of how they dress at the moment.
exactly.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
And that, in a sense, is judging a book by its cover based off of what they have on. So you basically saying, so you're not worth anything because of what you're wearing at this moment.
It's just
because you can be dolled up in cashmere and not be worth 2 cents, but you can be looking like a homeless person and you worth $1 million. So you just can't. Yeah, that's basically judging a book by its cover, which you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, and I don't like that, and I don't think you should be tapping anybody on their shoulder because of something they're wearing. It's really not your business. 9 times out of 10, you probably won't even be seeing that person anymore. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're at like an airport, unless you're on the same flight. Even after the flight, y'all probably going in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really not for you. I don't think it's anybody's place to be tapping somebody on their shoulder, unless you're going to tap me on the shoulder, give me some money. Now, you could tap me on the shoulder and give me some money and say, hey, baby girl, go over there and buy you a new outfit. Okay, I'll take it. But if you ain't offering me no money, no coupon, no something, then don't be tapping me on my shoulder. Like, that just opens a can of worms that can cause confusion. And I don't think we just need that extra confusion. That could cause confrontation, unnecessary confrontation.
Yeah, because that could be considered assault.
Yeah, why are you touching me?
Because you unlawfully, without my consent, touching me.
Over something that has nothing to do with you. Like,
I can understand it could probably be irritating, because I know not for me, what's irritating is seeing brothers with their pants below their behind. Now that is an issue. But I wouldn't go tapping them, but I'll sure like to tell them, hey man, can you put your pants up? Like, and especially your drawers are dirty. Like, come on, man. You look like a fool. But I guess that can go how some people look at women with the bonnets and the pajamas. I don't know. But
yeah, I've gotten over guys with pants. Well, I think, I don't know, maybe it's gotten a little bit better because I see people sagging, but I don't really see their whole drawers. Now, if I see your whole drawers, I kind of would be like, dang, bro, like, you know, pull it up a little bit. But I'm not going to tell you.
yeah, because there is a cuteness to it, like just a little bit. But when you got your whole butt, it's like, why you even got the pants on? Just pull the pants. Then you have a belt on holding it up under the butt. You might as well just pull the pants on.
But
bro.
you, like you said, there is a cuteness to it when it's done.
Right, but it's like just a little bit. Not the whole drawers, like maybe just like you can see the top, like you can see it's Calvin Klein or Tommy Hilfiger, like you know what type of boxers or briefs they have on, but not when you start seeing the behind, then you can see the print in the front because it's like right up under. Like, nah, that's. So maybe I guess that's how folks feel about women in bonnets the way I feel about men who likes to. I don't even know why they even got on pants. They might as well put them mugs off. You can't walk, you can't run, you can't do anything.
No, they be running with them pants like that. They'll have that one hand holding up their belt and they'll take off. I be seeing them. They can some of them can get it with them pants on low. But anywho, regardless, the point is, like,
you don't have no business tapping nobody.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you may feel.
Keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just give them that look, like, if they happen to look at you. I don't know. I just think that right now we have too much important stuff to be worried about than what somebody is wearing on the way to wherever they're going.
Yeah.
I just think that's we have way bigger issues going on in the Black community that we need to be focused on versus how people are dressed. Because even with some of y'all with the nice suits on, y'all think the suit is nice and cute. It ain't cute. So I'm not going to say nothing to you about that. You know what I'm saying? Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about somebody who has an outfit on that they think is cute that ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So yeah, we just came on to chime in on that discussion. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Crystal?
Be kind, be loving, be courteous, have some common sense.
How is that? How are people gonna have common sense when they got common sense now?
Hmm?
How are people gonna have common sense when we're obviously lacking in common sense in America?
I don't know, because we lacking in all that I just said, kind, courtesy, and loving. Seems none of that exists.
It exists.
In a very small portion.
It exists. It's just folks are just, I don't know. I just don't understand how folks who are evil to other people don't expect not to have evil come to them.
Maybe because they don't have evil come to them. I don't know.
Anyway,
But anyway.
well, we appreciate you tuning in to this conversation. Comment below. What do you think Monique's PSA should have been about? It's Sweetie C, your Sweetie C with lots of love. Now what? Talk to you later.
With the turn up. Hey, you gotta get beat up. Hey, yeah.